Hello everybody, got something new for you today. It's shockingly a tier list. Today I'm going to be doing a tier list of all the European flags. This tier list has used a generous definition of Europe, where basically any country that even has slight territory in anything that could be claimed Europe has been called European, so I'm just going to rank all the flags that it's put in, even though some of them are probably not in Europe, but you know, I'm just ranking the flag, so it doesn't matter too much. Also, I'm only ranking by the flags. This is not a ranking of the country itself, so you know, if I put your country in a bad tier, don't get offended. I'm only talking about the flag. Or same as even if I put in a high tier, I obviously don't know anything about all the countries. I'm just only going off the aesthetics of the flags. I do quite like flags, so yeah, it's something I know about a little bit. So yeah, hopefully it'll be interesting for you. We're going to go in alphabetical order through all the countries that are on this list. Like I said, some of which probably aren't in Europe, but they'll get ranked anyway. Starting off, we've got Albania. Some more also, before I get going properly, I'm probably not going to be able to say too much about each flag because there's so many of them, it's going to be a long video as it is, so I'll probably just talk a brief bit about each one and then just rank it. Right, so actually starting off now, we've got Albania. Quite a unique flag. It's got the icon, the motif, whatever you want to call it, on just a plain red background, red and black. It's, you know, it's a decent flag, interesting icon, a bit different. Only two colours and quite common colours, but I think it's a solid start. I'd say it's a B tier flag. Then we have Andorra, one of the smaller countries in Europe. Sort of a typical three colour flag, but you've got a bit of a emblem on it. There's other flags in Europe that use a very similar colour scheme, especially three colours, you know, blue, yellow, red. So not got the most originality. The badge isn't, probably the coat of arms isn't the most interesting. I'd say it's probably a D tier flag for me. We've got Armenia. Definitely debatable if it's in Europe or not, but we're going to rank it because it's here. It's just a tricolour, but it's, you know, it's going horizontally. It's got like orange on it, one of the few flags that actually has orange on, so uses different colours at least. You know, you don't see too much orange, although red and blue are very common flag colours. Just a tricolour flag, so not the most interesting, but the use of orange is nice, so I'll put it in C tier. I think you're going to struggle to get in the high tiers if you've just got a three stripe or three hoop flag. Austria, got the red, sort of three stripes, but you know, only two colours. It's quite a nice looking flag, even though it is a bit boring again. Only the two colours, the stripe, the hoops, I guess, horizontally. I think that's also C tier. Looks alright, but a bit boring. You have Azerbaijan. Again, debatably not in Europe. Got the three colours, but they are nice colours, so I think. It's a nice light shade of blue. You've got a bit of green on there, which a lot of the countries in like Asia and Africa have more green rather than Europe. There's a bit of green in Europe actually. You know, you've got like the moon and star, which looks quite decent. Yeah, I think it's quite a good flag overall. I'd say B tier. Then we have Belarus. Unfortunately this image has cut slightly some of the like design off that's on the left. It does have like a really nice design on the left of the flag. It's like really intricate and detailed. If you want to go and look yourself, you can see a lot better than this small image on this tier list. Then other than that, you've just got the red and green split, but that banner down the side is nice, I must say. Going for this flag, I think it's pretty nice. I'll say I think that would be my first A tier now. I might move something later depending on, you know, what I think when I've got through it. Then we have Belgium. Another tricolour, but I do like the colours, you know, it looks nice with the black, yellow and red sort of vertical. Is a nice, decent looking flag for a tricolour, but if you've just got a three coloured flag, you're going to struggle to get above B tier, I think. And I think it is one of the nicer flags that's just three colours. So, I'll put it in C tier, I think, you know. It's not the best three colour flag, but it's a decent three colour flag. But you know, a bit plain. You've got Bosnia and Herzegovina, or Herzegovina. Not sure how you pronounce it exactly. Bosnia is just called mainly from where I am. You have like the blue and yellow sort of split diagonally with the stars on it. Quite a nice flag. Got the the design, bit of a design. It's not just like a boring three stripes. It has something different with the shapes, the triangles. I don't know what the stars represent. I assume they probably represent something, but I'm unfortunately ignorant to that fact, so couldn't tell you. Yeah, I think it's quite a nice flag overall. Blue and yellow looks decent. Yeah, the unique design. I think we'll go B tier. Then we have Bulgaria. Again, just a tricolour, but horizontally this time again. Got the white, green, red. Yeah, for a tricolour it's okay again. Not my favourite. A bit boring. Red, white and green are used commonly. I'd say it's a D tier flag for me. Croatia. Got the tricolour but with like the emblem again, so a bit more going on. You've got the iconic sort of like chessboard red and white squares that Croatia are known for, especially like the football team. So you know that's also on the flag, probably the coat of arms, I'd assume. The red, blue, white background is quite boring, but it does have sort of the logo on it, which is quite nice, and the red and white squares are, you know, nice, and sort of the first thing I think when I think Croatia is sort of the red and white squares is what I associate with the country. I think it's a C tier though, just like the red, white, blue background, boring, and the logo saves it a bit though. Okay, after that we have Cyprus. This is a unique design because it has the outline of the country on the flag, with sort of like a reef maybe, bottom of a reef or something. Not sure what they are exactly, like some leaf things. But you know, the outline of the country. It's quite a nice design, you know, unique because obviously no other country is the same shape as Cyprus, so so it's going to look unique. There are other flags that have the sort of outline of the territory or country as the flag, but yeah, I think it looks quite nice, you know, like the white and gold with sort of yellow is a decent design. I think it's probably A tier for me. We have Czech Republic, or Czechia as it's called now, I think. Got sort of the red, white and blue, but in split differently. You have like the blue triangle and then the like red and white halved along the middle. So a different sort of design, even though it is the most used colours. I think it's decent. I quite like the design. The colours are, you know, common colours, but the design's a bit different. The triangle, you know, looks nice. I would say it's B tier. We have Denmark, you know, the first of the Nordic crosses. Just red and white. You know, it's got the cross slightly off-centered cross. That all that the Nordic countries have, but I feel like Denmark's probably the most boring out of them. You know, just the red and white. It's not bad, but a bit plain. I'd say D tier. We have Estonia. Once again, just a tricolour, but I think this is probably my favourite just three colour flag with no design, you know. It looks nice, the blue, the black, the white. It's just a nice looking flag. It's a nice use of the colours. is a bit boring because of just the tricolour, but I think it's the best tricolour in Europe, at least, for me. But it's still only just a tricolour, so we'll put B tier. But I do like that flag. Now Finland, similar to Denmark really, I guess, sort of, you know, the Nordic cross, blue and white this time though. Yeah, similar opinions to Denmark really, sort of fine, does the job, but, you know, a bit boring. Yeah, I think D tier again. It's similar to Denmark, sort of just a cross, not the most interesting colours. Yeah. Then we have France. You know, the very well known flag, the blue, white and red again. A lot of flags have that combination. Just a tricolour again, vertical stripes. You know, it's a tricolour in the most common flag colours. Not very interesting. Bit boring, but, you know, not terrible either. I think it's my first E tier flag though, just due to common 3-colour design and having the 3 most common colours in it. It's not great, is it? It's not bad though, it's not offensive to look at. But yeah, it's certainly one of the more boring flags, I think. Then we have Georgia, another one that's debatably not in Europe. You've got like the red cross on a white background, but we've also the red crosses in each quadrant. I actually really like this flag, to be honest. It's really nice looking. It is just red and white, but just like the sort of symmetrical design looks nice. It's got something going on, it's not just a cross, you've got the additional crosses, got like multiple bit things. It's simple but also looks like there's stuff going on. Yeah, I think it's probably an S tier flag for me. It's just really interesting, you know, the crosses and then the smaller crosses just looks nice for me. Not the most interesting colour wise, but it still looks good. I think that's an S tier flag for me. Then we have like the European flag itself as such. It's the blue background with the stars on. Not the most interesting, but not terrible either. I feel like sometimes, you know, flags with just one colour background with something on are actually sometimes quite nice. But yeah, it's not the most interesting again. I think it's a standard C tier, you know. Gets the job done, but nothing special. There we have Germany. Tricolour again, but it is a tricolour alike. It's basically sort of opposite Belgium. Well, the same colours and then stripes going the opposite way, rearranged a bit, but, you know, I like the black, red, yellow. It is a tricolour, a bit plain, but I do like the colours. I feel like it can go C tier. It's not good enough to be B tier like Estonia is, but Estonia is the definite best just 3-colour flag, I think. But I think C tier is fair. They have Greece. You have like the blue and white. It's got the cross in the corner and then many stripes going down. Kind of a bit like an American flag with the stripes and the like thing in the corner, but obviously not, the colours are different and it doesn't have the stars as like the cross. Quite a nice looking flag, you know, the blue and white looks nice. It's got the multiple many little stripes, sort of is a bit different, more unique than just having like 3 stripes. Yeah, I think it could be another A tier flag, to be honest. I do quite like the Greece flag. Next up we have Hungary. Again, just sort of a tricolour, red, white and green. Yeah, it's pretty boring, you know, similar to Bulgaria, just different arrangement and different shades. Yeah, I must say, I feel like I've got to move Bulgaria down and have Hungary in the same tier, you know, because they're both pretty similar and just a bit boring, aren't they? I think that's fair. Yeah. Then we have Iceland. Got another Nordic cross, but we have like sort of a cross within a cross this time, which makes it a bit more interesting, at least to me. It is just the red, white and blue again, so it's not the most interesting colours, But you know, the cross within a cross design's quite nice, I think. Yeah, I quite like Iceland flag. I'll say that's a B tier. And we have Ireland. 3 colours, just horizontal, vertical stripes again, but you know, green, white, and orange. So it is different colour orange again, pretty rare. So you do have a unique colour, but it is just a tricolour. Yeah, I think it's a C tier. It's alright, you know. Colours are alright, but a bit boring, bit plain. Italy. Similar complaints to France, really, you know, and these ones sort of very common colours, very common design. You know, it's like these flags again, just tipped up and order change. Not even order change if you turn that up. Yeah, I think it suffers from same boring colours and boring design. E tier. I mean, it's not terrible again, it's not offensive to look at or anything, but I think it is a bit poor. Then we have Kazakhstan. Also, almost definitely not in Europe, but you know, I think it does have some, like, its very, very western point is in Europe in some definitions of Europe, so that's must be why it's in the list. In terms of the flag, though, I do quite like it. It's got like the light blue background with like the yellow sun and like a bird, an eagle, I assume, of some form. Yeah, I think it's really nice, to be honest. I think they're playing, like I said before, like the sort of one colour background with a design on can be quite a nice one. And this like light blue and light yellow, I think look really nice. I think I'm going to put it in S tier. We have Latvia. It's got it's like kind of like Austria flag, where it's like red, white, red, but it's different shade, and the middle stripe is a lot thinner than the others. Not the most interesting again, but it's alright to look at. I think it's a C tier flag as well. Okay, next up we have Liechtenstein. Gonna have to scroll down actually now that that's moved. Liechtenstein, just like blue and red split. It's got like the crown on it. Not the most interesting flag, is it, to be honest? Just a blue and white, blue and red split. Motif in the corner. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, I'm not the biggest fan of that personally, I think. Yeah, unfortunately I think that's going to be my first F tier. Also, I won't offend too many people from Liechtenstein, as there probably isn't many Liechtensteiners watching. Then we have Lithuania. It's a charcoal again, but a bit of a different colour. It's got like the yellow, green, red. I think standard, you know, tricolour, but with a bit of colour on. I think D. It's not the best colours, but you know, I think it is, at least it has something a bit different. That yellow is more unique, I guess. We have Luxembourg falling into the tricolour with common colours trope. The shades aren't bad though, I think. You know, it's like quite a nice light blue. Like the red's nice, white's just white. I think the shades just edge it up to D tier, but it's not great, it's a bit boring again. Malta flag. It has like the red and white halves, but vertically halved with like the Maltese cross in the corner. It's bit boring again. I think I do prefer it to like the Liechtenstein flag. It's kind of similar with like the emblem in the corner splitting half up. The splitting half vertical looks nicer, I think, and I think red and white looks better than red and blue. But yeah, it's still not great for me personally. I think what do I think? We'll put it D for now. But no, I'll put it E. We'll maybe come back to that. And we have Moldova. You know, the blue, yellow and red again, with just an emblem. You know, it doesn't have the uniqueness. The emblem's okay, I guess. I mean, it's very similar to Andorra, isn't it? Slightly different shades. I think putting it in the same tier as Andorra is probably fair. Very similar flag. But, you know, got a design going on, got some yellow on it, a bit of a different colour. Yeah, D tier. Then we have Monaco. Just a red and white split, red on the top, white at the bottom. Basically the reverse Poland flag. Pretty boring, but does look okay, I guess. I think it's, you know, just very basic, but not offensive. I think it's E tier. Montenegro. It's mainly red, but you have like the yellow at the top and the bottom in sort of thin stripes. It's got like the emblem in the middle, which is quite a nice looking emblem from what I can see here. It's one of those where it's majoritively one background colour with like a nice emblem, which I've said I've liked a few times, and I quite like this one as well. I think we'll put it into the A tier. We have the Netherlands flag. Red, white and blue again. The older Netherlands flag, where it had the orange on, was definitely better and represented the Netherlands better, I think. But, you know, now they have the red, white and blue tricolour again. Common colours, plain design, pretty boring. I think it's going in E tier with the rest of the boring sort of tricolour ones. We have North Macedonia, as I believe it's called now. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's what it's called now. It seems to change its name a decent amount. A unique design. It has like the red background with sort of like an exaggerated yellow sun on it, or just a yellow circle with sort of beams coming off it. I think it's quite a nice design, really. It's only 2 colours again, but the design is definitely different. Yeah, it's nice though. So I'm going to scroll up. Is it scrolling up to the higher tiers so I can have a look? Yeah, I think it's an A tier. I don't think it's quite an S tier flag, but it is nice. So A tier for now. Norway next. You know, the Nordic cross with the cross within a cross again. Similar to Iceland's design, well, basically the same. The colours are just sort of rearranged. Does look nice still. Red, white and blue, a bit boring, but the design's nice. I think it's, yeah, very similar to Iceland in terms of the same design, same colours, just in different order. So I think it's fair to put that B as well. And we have Poland. The opposite of the Monaco flag, just red and white split in half, but white's at the top this time. I think you can know where this is going. It's easy, it's a bit boring, a bit plain. Very similar to the Monaco flag, just slightly different shade of red and flipped. Yeah. Next up we have Portugal. Red and green, sort of split, not evenly though, so there's like more red on it. Has like a nice emblem on it. Quite an interesting one. I do like the Portuguese flag. I like the red and green, just looks nice together. The emblem on it's quite a nice emblem. Yeah. It's definitely going in the high tiers, but how high is the question. Yeah, I think I can put that in S tier for now as well. I do like it. It's very nice. It's just nice design. The emblem looks nice. The red and green looks nice. Yeah, we'll put it in S tier for now. Next up we have Romania. Again, just a tricolour, you know, sort of these two, same again as Andorra and Moldova, but without an emblem, so even more boring. I think, yeah, it's just a boring E tier flag. Tricolour, bit boring. Very similar to those, worse than those we have. I might even bring them down, you know. But leave them for now. We'll put them to the edge, they're on watch. Russia, again, red, white and blue, tricolour, horizontal, boring, E tier. So San Marino has like the white and blue split, a nice shade of blue, got like the coat of arms or emblem on it. Quite a nice emblem and quite nice shades, a shade of blue, the white and blue, which is like a lighter flag. I quite like it, to be honest. I think that can go up to A tier. Okay, then we have Serbia, red, white and blue again, but does have an emblem on it. The emblem's quite nice, but the red, white and blue tricolour is, as I've mentioned multiple times, not a fan of really. Very boring. I think the emblem pulls it up a bit into the D tier, but yeah, not a fan. Then we have Slovakia, same again, red, white and blue, 3 colours in stripes, but with an emblem. The emblem's quite basic, but still looks alright, to be honest. I think the emblem pulls it up a little bit again. Yeah, the emblem saves it and gets it into D tier. Slovenia, very similar to Slovakia's flag, same colours, slightly different shades, has the emblem on it. Has a small emblem. The emblem's okay though. I think we'll put it in D tier as well for now. I think I will move some of these when I go through the run through because there's so many of them that I think something will change at some point. Spanish flag, back to, after a few poor ones, up to a good one again. I quite like this one. Has like the uneven stripes, where it has like the thick yellow stripe in the middle with the thinner red ones top and bottom. Has the sort of like off-centered coat of arms again, which I quite like. Quite a nice design. I like the red and yellow colour, looks nice. The sort of emblem on the flag's a nice emblem. Yeah, it's quite a nice flag. I think it's an A tier flag. They have Sweden, back to the Nordic crosses. Blue and yellow colours, quite nice I'd say. But pretty basic design. Yeah, basic design but in nice colours. So I think that's basically C tier. Then we have Switzerland flag. This flag should actually be a square, not a rectangle. So it should just be a square with a cross in it. So it's in the wrong proportions on here, that's why the cross doesn't fill in the flag. A bit boring, but the fact that it is a square is slightly more interesting. Just red with a right cross on it. A bit boring, but it does look quite nice still. I think, yeah, it's up to D tier. It's still, very plain. But the fact that it's a square normally does save it a bit. Then we've got Turkey. The red and white again, but with like the moon and the star on. The moon and star does look quite nice. I think I said I like that on like the Azerbaijan flag, very similar design. But different star, different moon a bit, but similar. Once it's sort of like one colour background with sort of an image on. It's I quite like it, to be honest. It's decent. I think we'll put it. Is it cracking into B tier? It's a bit plain, but I do quite like it. I think we'll put it B tier for now. These tiers are getting thicker. Then we have Ukraine. Blue and yellow, quite nice colours, but just a half and half flag again. I think it's sort of just very basic, but the colours are nice at least. I think it's between C or D. It's very basic design, but in nice colours. I think that can be D tier, you know, a very basic design in nice colours is sort of D tier level. Yeah. Then we have United Kingdom flag. It's like the merge of the individual countries that make up the United Kingdom makes this flag. It's quite an interesting design. It is red, white and blue though, which isn't the best, but the design on it is a very nice design, I think. It has got like the normal sort of cross and then the diagonal cross with both another cross inside. The diagonal cross is like asymmetric. Yeah, I think it is a nice flag. You know, it's unique. It's not other flags that are looking have this design. I think it is an A tier flag. It's not quite S tier because it's just red, white and blue again, but the design is nice. Then last we have the Vatican flag, like the yellow and white horizontal split with like the Vatican emblem on the right side on the white bit. Not the most interesting one, but it's not bad again, you know. Yellow and white looks alright. The emblem looks fairly interesting. I think it's pretty fine. It's just a C tier for now. Okay, so got a big summary on this one. Awful lot going on. So in the S tier at the moment we have Georgia, Kazakhstan and Portugal. Debatably two countries that aren't even in Europe, pairing my S tier of European flags, but there we go. I think I'm happy that all of them are S tier. I think they're all very nice looking flags. The sort of simple but also interesting. You know, like these two have only got two colours. This is two colours mainly, but with a nice design on it. I think that's sort of what I like. Sort of like simple but different or something unique. So I'm happy that all of them are S tier. I don't want to move any of them down. And in A tier at the moment I have Belarus, Cyprus, Greece, Montenegro, North Macedonia, San Marino, Spain and the United Kingdom. Don't want to move any of these about. Let's see. Oh, let's see. What's my favourite flag in this tier? I think. If I had to pick my favourite in this tier, it's either maybe Cyprus or the UK. So I don't think either of them deserve S, so I won't move anything up. What's my least favourite in this tier? Maybe San Marino or Belarus. No, Belarus is nice. That design's really nice on Belarus on the left of the flag. Maybe San Marino is my least favourite in here. Does that deserve moving down? Yeah, I think I'm going to move that down, unfortunately, for San Marino. Just, yeah, I feel like that fits more in that tier. I feel like I like every flag in. Yeah, that was my least favourite that was in here. I think it fits better in B for me personally. So now in B, I have Albania, Azerbaijan, Bosnia, Cheshire, Estonia, Iceland, Norway, Turkey, San Marino. San Marino just been moved down, so that can stay. Anything want to change in this tier? I don't know. What's my favourite flag in this tier? I think I probably like either Estonia or Iceland best in this tier, and I don't think either of them are really deserving of A tier, so I think they can stay in B. I don't want to move anything up. Least favourite flag in this tier, probably Albania, but I think Albania is still deserving of a B. So yeah, we'll keep the B tier as this for now. Then moving down to the C tier, we have Armenia, Austria, Belgium, Croatia, the European flag, Germany, Latvia, Ireland, Sweden and Vatican City. Would I want to move anything out of here? Well, let's do it again. Favourite flag in this tier? Probably either Ireland or Sweden, to be honest. I don't think either of those are really deserving of B tier. Are they? Nah, I don't think they are. Least favourite flag in this tier, either Austria or Latvia. But I feel like... no, actually I feel like maybe they could come down, maybe. Because when I'm looking, I've definitely going to swap something around at least, because I'm looking at this Lithuania flag and I like that more than the Austria flag. So, for now, Austria and Latvia will come down to D tier. And like I've already said, Lithuania can come up to C tier. Do I want to move anything else in C tier? I think I'm happy with what's there at the moment. Yeah. Then D tier, we have Denmark, Finland, Luxembourg, Moldova, Andorra, Serbia, Slovakia, Slovenia, Switzerland, Austria, Ukraine and Latvia. These two have just been moved down. Do I want to move anything up from this tier? No, I don't think so. Does anything in this tier deserve to go down? I don't know. I'm not a fan of Moldova and Andorra. They're I'm going to move them down, you know. It's just the same as the Romania flag, but with an emblem on, and the emblems aren't that interesting either. You know, just the blue, yellow, red tricolour. Yeah, I think that's fair to move them down, in my opinion. And in E tier, you notice we have a lot of tricolours that are just a bit boring. And yeah, not the most interesting designs. Favourite flag in this tier is probably Malta. I think Malta's maybe deserving of a tier up, to be honest. Just looking at the other flags in this tier, I do like that better. I think I'll move Malta up. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's fair. Then, unfortunately, on its own at the bottom, we have Liechtenstein. I think this is the only flag that sort of I actively dislike as such. Like, even the ones in the E tier, I think they're fine flags, they're just a bit boring, a bit samey. I feel like this is just actively quite a poor flag, in my opinion. But you know, it's all personal preference in it, what you like and don't like. So now I've finished moving everything about, we'll have another just overall recap. Ending in S tier, we have Georgia, Kazakhstan and Portugal. So congratulations if you're from any of those countries, you've got a very nice flag in my opinion. A tier, we have Belarus, Cyprus, Greece, Montenegro, North Macedonia, Spain and the United Kingdom. B tier, we have Albania, Azerbaijan, Bosnia, Czechia, Estonia, Iceland, Norway, Turkey, San Marino. C tier, got Armenia, Belgium, Croatia, Europe, Germany, Ireland, Sweden, Vatican City, Lithuania. Moving on down to D tier, we have Denmark, Finland, Luxembourg, Serbia, Slovakia, Slovenia, Switzerland, Ukraine, Latvia, Austria and Malta. E tier, we have France, Bulgaria, Hungary, Italy, Monaco, Poland, the Netherlands, Romania, Russia, Moldova, Andorra, and then in F tier on its own we have Liechtenstein. Okay, if you've watched this video, I imagine it'll have been a long one, so thank you very much for sticking through it all this way. If you've watched this far, hopefully you enjoyed, and if you did, feel free to like the video. If any of you have any tier lists you'd like to see, feel free to suggest them in the comments. I'm open to doing a tier list on basically anything, as long as I have at least a vague idea of what it is, so I can actually rank them. I don't have to be an expert by any means, but yeah, if you want to see a tier list, put it in the comments. If you've watched this far, thank you very much, and I will bid you farewell.